Hi everyone, my name is Nick, but you can call me Smiley. I'm 23 years old, come from Vietnam, and currently I'm studying postgraduate in the UK. I consider myself a talkative and cheerful person. I enjoy gossiping with my friends, hanging out with them, and showing them everything I find interesting. Not as beautiful as it was in Vietnam.
Introvertish, quiet, didn't like to be around too many people.
In every 5 sentences, once he would say, "My English is bad. I don't know how to talk, I don't know how to communicate."
Yeah, the talkative part is just available in Vietnam, I guess. I used to be very energetic and excited when it come to friends and hang out with them. I was always the guy who liked to lead the group, set up the whole plan and make jokes or even became the primary target of the jokes. Despite all that, it was hard at the beginning for me here. The most challenging thing that stopped me from being myself was the communication, or you can say the language barrier. I was hiding in my room or anywhere I could be alone. I on the It was not because I hated them or anything. On contrary, I felt ashamed about my poor English speaking skills. I didn't know how to express myself through words and finally ended up run away from it. I knew that was a bad behavior, but I couldn't help it. I was afraid that if I spoke anything with those who were good at English, I could be judged and they would think wrong about me and talk behind my back. I was so bored. I missed the feeling of being the talkative guy and all the conversations. One of my flatmates came to me and told me one thing that I would never forget. And she stated that English is not my mother tongue language and it is not her as well. So it's fine when you make mistake. Nobody can blame you on that. And it was such a relief for me. At that point, I knew I must do something about this situation. I mean, my English couldn't improve that fast, so I tried to come up with another solution. And I think that was communication without words. This means that instead of trying to say something silly or might be incorrect, I chose to do things and listen to what people say about them. For example, instead of asking what their favorite food is, I made dishes that I learned from the internet for them to try and hear their feedback. Instead of asking what their favorite activities are, I invited them to play sports or game with me, which I knew I do best. And during that time, I had the chance to get to know others more, making myself feel more comfortable and building the connection with my flatmates, my classmates, and others. I made myself communicate with them more, constantly asking about things I didn't understand, and also I tried to practice by myself by recording. Day by day, after 6 months, although I can't say that I'm good at it right now, I feel more comfortable talking with my friends like I did in Vietnam.
He's a lot more comfortable to open up with us and talk more about himself instead of just being happy all the time in front of us.
He just gives us the most beautiful stories and energies, and we all love him so much.
I think your English is very good and you are a good flatmate.